Absolutely. So let's talk about, let's go back a little bit about before the diagnosis. And, I always remind women that basically we know, our gut knows why we end up with breast cancer. And so tell us about why you feel that cancer showed up in your life.
Yeah, I openly admit that I was a very superficial airhead before I got cancer. So life for me was about expensive designer handbags, partying at the coolest clubs, having the hottest boyfriend. That was it. And I suffered very badly from an eating disorder, bulimia, anorexia for 15 years. Body stuff, it was just, that was all important to me. That was spending 2 hours in the gym every day and, taking diuretics and it was a nightmare. And one of the things I would consistently say, which I cringe to admit now, but it is part of my truth, I would tell people all the time that I would rather get cancer than get fat because I was so lost in my eating disorder. I had more fear about putting on weight than I did about cancer. So essentially, I told the universe what to do. I am a big believer of the law of attraction and manifesting. And if you're going to say something like that, then you're going to have to be prepared for what comes. And when I got diagnosed, I think I kind of knew I'd brought it upon myself.
Yeah. And so how did you heal the bulimia and the anorexia?
Well, I ended up going into rehab.
Okay.
So I could actually really, and that was a blessing because rehab taught me the 12-step program, which is essentially about a higher power. Mm-hmm. And that was sort of when I first sort of go, oh, okay, there's spirituality. What's that? And they introduced me to this concept and then I explored it. And then that took me to Louise Hay, who, also, yeah, she's amazing. And I started experimenting with mirror work, which was life-changing for me. Mm-hmm. Because I'd always looked in the mirror and said, I hate you and you're fat and you're not good enough. And now every morning I was saying, I love you, Saskia. I really, really love you. And 6 years later, I'm still doing it. I do it every morning without fail. And I think I've said it so much. I've literally reprogrammed and rewired my brain to the point that, I don't know, maybe 6 months of doing it, I suddenly was like, wow, I actually do love myself now. I'm not sure when that happens, but I think if we put things into our life, daily practices every day, we can alter the course of our life. And I think it's just being willing to change the way we think, change the way we feel, and change the way